ahead and introduce yourself while we're getting everybody to come on and join us this afternoon.
Hey, well, hello again. This is always a fun time um, during my day to share with everyone. I love coming on here, the content that we share. I am Arkendra Johnson. I'm a full time realtor and I serve Middle Tennessee. I love what I do, helping people in any form of their real estate dream. Glad to be on again today. This will be an exciting time to share with everyone. We are relaxed. I always have a good time with Kayce, and I thank her so much for her and Apostle giving me this opportunity. So, everybody, welcome. Come on and join. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Because with real estate, it's just so much, so many different avenues. So, um, just feel free to ask any questions you may have.
Yes. So before we get started, I just want to make sure you guys know we are live. So right now, I am sending out the blast, letting people know to join us for the Earth is Your Real Estate Property. Here we are educating people and empowering people to build wealth, and create a living legacy for total life breakthrough with their families, and whether that's family, finance, generational wealth, however that looks for you. This place is where you want to be. You want to make sure you're sharing this with persons. You want to get your friends, your coworkers on, because this information that you're getting is really good. And so we also appreciate Miss Arkendra for joining us and popping in on Mondays at 12:30 to kind of give us the spill on real estate, what's going on. And so right now, I'm just giving persons time to jump on to let people know that we are live, as well as letting people know in our system that we are live by sending out the message. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to like, invite, and share. 30 seconds to like, invite, and share. It's so important to share information with people. When you share information with other persons, the information that you're getting, you know what that's helping another person in their business and what they're doing. This also just helps community. We want to make this into a community of people who are thriving, who are doing well, who are helping one another do what it is that they desire to do. So that's what we're here to do. We're helping you because this is a community. So we're pouring out, and so as we pour out to you guys, you want to also pour out to other persons. It's like a ripple effect. When you throw a stone into like the river or the lake, I'm sure y'all did that in the country, Shay. Y'all used to just take little pebbles and throw it out and watch it skip on the river. So as we pour out into you and as we give out information to you, you want to do that. You want to spread that out to the next person so they're able to touch another person. We're able to just get this information out into our community. A community of persons who are looking to invest, build their credit, buy real estate,
Mhm.
and all that great stuff. So while I'm doing this, make sure you're coming on, make sure you're liking, inviting, and sharing. I appreciate you guys for hopping on today. We're going to be actually doing this with Miss Arkendra every Monday at 12:30. So you want to make sure that you jump on. And so now you're going
Yes.
to see her beautiful face even more, and you're able to tap into these conversations and all that great stuff. So like I said, like, invite, and share. I'm sending out the message right now so we let people know to get on. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to um let Miss Arkendra give her information one more time. I see some other persons coming on. So, Miss Arkendra, if you can give let the people know how they can reach you, introduce yourself one more time, because we do have some other persons coming on. So, if you can do that, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Again, Arkendra Johnson here. I didn't mention my phone number the first time, but I am a full time realtor. My phone number is 615-579-1048. Would love to work with you in that real estate dream that you have. I'm here in downtown Franklin, and I work surrounding areas, Middle Tennessee. Um, this is my seventh year, and I love and absolutely enjoy what I do. Um, this isn't something, people don't get to, um, depending on what area you're in real estate, usually you buy only so many homes in a lifetime. And to be able to help and participate in that moment is truly amazing. So please give me a call. I love just face to face talk to find out your heart of what it is that you would like to do, what your real estate need is. So let me know.
Awesome. Yes. So we want to say if you are in the real estate, if you're looking for a property, if you're looking to purchase, invest, you want to make sure you contact Miss Arkendra. She is going to get it done for you and your family. And so I know I want to kind of go ahead and jump back in where we left off last week because we were having such a great conversation
I
last
know.
week. If you missed last
Yes.
week, make sure you go back. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook. Go back and watch those videos because we talked about if you were looking to become a real estate agent, Miss Arkendra gave us some great tips and tools on how to those steps, those how-to steps. I think it's important for us to remember that it is a process, and she walked us through that process and how to become a real estate agent. And so we also had Miss Elizabeth. She was on and
Yes.
she talked about the difference between the different loans that are out there, your credit score, what you qualify for. So she gave us some great information. And I also that's where we kind of just want to pick up today because
Yep.
me and Miss Arkendra, we talked and I was like, I think it's important for people to know how to how important credit is, but also how to if they're in a position because I remember she said if you had a 680 credit score, you qualify for the is it convictional or convectional loan? I always say it wrong.
Conventional. Most
Conventional
people go
loan.
for a conventional or FHA.
Right. She said if you had a
Conventional, you
680.
can.
Yeah, if you had a
Conventional
680.
can put 3% down, but it does
Right.
depend on your credit score.
Right. So she told us at that 680 range, so you can qualify that type of loan. And so, but I also had some person to after the live, they were just they listened to all they listened to the conversation, they listened to about their credit score, and that was also something that stuck out to persons. So I kind of want to bring the conversation back to kind of ask you if a person is looking to buy a home, but their credit is not where they want it to be, if they don't have the best credit score, how could they clean up their credit score? And what's some tips and tools that you would give them to help them or advise them to build their credit score?
That's a really good question because I do get asked that as well. I would say the first thing, like we shared last time, to connect with a lender and see what's on your credit. There are some websites out there, I think like annualreport.com and some more, and not endorsing one over the other or, how accurate they are. But that's one good start is to check your credit regularly, once or twice a year, 3 times if you're cleaning it up. But the best way is through a lender. They can really see what's on there because you would be surprised, especially if you've been through, college or as a young person, you had credit cards or student loan debt, any type of a loan, if you purchase your first car at a young age, check those things because you would be shocked to have some people that come back and say, oh, this company was on there that, I paid late for a while, but I got it caught up or I paid it off. And it may be still on there. So check to see what's on there first, because you may have some old stuff that needs to come off, or you may have something on there that was turned over to collections that needs to be paid off and cleaned off. So keep up with your credit and check it regularly. But like we shared last week, a lender takes the guess out of what to do, how much to pay down, just what's next without getting
Mhm.
frustrated. Because you have so many people that guess and they'll pay this off or something else only to find out the needle didn't move at all. And nowadays, creditors want to see revolving debt. Some people think, oh, if I don't have any debt, that's great. I should have a really good score because I don't have any debt. I don't have any credit cards. So my score should be good. But that is not always the case. For the most part, they
Wow.
want to see some type of revolving debt, that you're paying that debt on time, either, the minimum, or you pay over or paying more towards the principal and you're paying it on time. Your credit is one way any company gets to know you as a person. If they never meet you, they can look at your credit score and tell just your integrity, your character, what type of person you are without ever meeting
Wow.
you.
So your credit says something about your character. I think that would be
Mhm.
that's a great thing to note right there, is how that speaks volumes to if you're a person that can be a person that can keep up with your bills, make sure you're paying things on time, make sure you're being responsible. And so I think that says a lot. I think that's a great note right there to take down if you're taking notes or whatever. I think that's something you want to jot down. Miss Arkendra said your credit says something about your character. I think that's a great thing to jot down. So we want to make sure we're being responsible with our credit. We want to make sure that our credit speaks volumes to who we are as responsible people, and making sure we
Yep.
pay our things off on time. So when somebody looks at your credit, it can be a reflection of who you are as a person. So
Yep.
that's great. That's a great note.
I was also going to a share. It takes time, and
Mm.
so I was just sharing with Kayce earlier when we were going over, what are we going to share about and talk about. Just my testimony when I purchased my first home. It took some time for me at a young age. I was probably late 20s, cleaning up my credit score. And it's not fun. I get it. Some people don't even want to face it. And you don't, because you're like, what's
Uh-huh.
on there? And I got to get it cleaned off. And what does it look like? And how much do I have to pay to get it, cleared off?
Mm.
And no one wants to face it. But at some point, you have to. I remember when the interest rates dropped like last year, and that period during COVID and before, um, I had some people that some of my clients wanted to refinance or buy. Just keep in mind, to get those great rates, you have to qualify credit wise. So it's great, the banks and mortgage companies offer those great scores, but you have to qualify for it and have good credit. So that's why it's always good to keep up with what's on there, keep it cleaned off, meet with a lender. I saw Dr. Charles Douglas. He said, what score do you need to qualify for a jumbo loan? And I would share with you, I stay in my lane. So I would tell you to meet with a lender, because different scores, they can pull strings for you with different programs. And so it just really depends on your debt to income ratio,
Mhm.
just how much debt you have, what's on your credit, what your credit score is. They take all of that into consideration. So I don't want to disclose a certain score. People say, well, you said if I had this score, I could get a jumbo loan. I could
Uh-huh.
chase, Kendra said I can walk in and get a FHA or conventional. I
Yes,
would say
ma'am.
it's best to sit down with a lender first,
Mm,
just to see where you are and start from there. But
mm,
like I said, with myself, it took time. Was the first thing, just to see what was on there, get it cleaned up.
mhm.
And after I got it cleaned up, I'm like, yes, I'm ready to buy, ready to look. No, still not ready yet. I needed to start saving. So,
Mm,
along with your credit, save as much as you can for your down payment, your closing costs. I always share with my first time home buyers. Just keep this in mind. And I know I'm getting off the subject some, but I just feel like it's really important when you're getting ready to purchase a home. Say, for example, your mortgage is 2,000 a month, and you're like, oh, I can swing that. 2,000 is fine. I got it. But what you don't factor in is your utility, your car payment, any
mm.
other revolving debt you may have, if it's student loans. And you may sit down and add the 2,000 along with all of the rest of the money that's going out. You may be up to 3,000 or 3,500. That's
Oh.
shocking. And you're like, okay, I signed up for the two, but forgot about everything else and the
Uh-huh.
responsibilities that come with taking care of a home. So always make sure you exhaust the list of, once you meet with that lender, they can show you, what that home looks like at this price point or different price points, what your mortgage will be. So
Mhm.
you can start planning. And once you move in, it's not so shocking when you add up everything monthly of what you're.
Oh. I think that goes back to just going through the whole process, and I think when you come down from the excitement, you have to
Yep.
remember you have to remember everything
Capital.
that goes that goes along with you doing that. You got to make sure you're going through the process and don't get so emotional about things, but going through the process thoroughly and making wise decisions when it comes to what you're going to do financially when you're investing into something. So I think that's really great that you pointed that out, because I know that some people can get very excited,
Yeah.
emotional, and then
Mm-hmm.
as a realtor, you have to kind of bring them back. Okay, come back, come back too, and remember what's best for you financially,
Mm-hmm.
what's going to be the best decision for you. So I think that's really great that you pointed that out, to make sure you factor everything into it. Make sure you factor everything into your decision before making a decision, because it is important that you don't get into something that, we want to make generational wealth. We want to make things that are
Yes.
going to last longevity. That's what we talked about last week, longevity. We want to make sure that we have longevity. We want to make sure that we're putting ourselves in the best situations. So that's great that you point that out. So I just wanted to say that while I'm talking, before I let Miss Arkendra pick back up where she left, because she stopped where a good part. I want to make sure you're inviting, and sharing. This is some great information. These are practical tools that you can take, and you can utilize
Yes.
these things in your life. These are things that are going to save you from making mistakes. That's why you have the Miss Arkendra who's coming on here and telling you what to do, how you need to do it, and advising you on what you should do, because these are the things that's going to keep you from making the mistakes. And we don't have to learn the hard way. We can listen to persons who have wise counsel, who are able to teach us, who are able to show us the way. That's why we need coaches, we need mentors, we need people who are able to look at and be like, hey, I can actually listen to this person and take what they're saying as face value. And actually we have the fruits to prove what we're saying. Apostle has a long list. He has a long portfolio. Miss Arkendra, she has a portfolio. These are the people you want to listen to. These are the people that you want in your corner to be your coaches, your mentors, and to guide you when we're talking about real estate, when we're talking about all these different things. These are not just even real estate tips and
It's
tools. These are just
life.
life. These are life
Right.
things that you want to take. So I just wanted to say that while we're on, make sure you're actually liking, sharing, that you're getting this information out to the people who need it the most. I know you have somebody that you need, who that you know that needs this information. So I want you to make sure you're liking, you're sharing, you're inviting people onto this platform, onto this live right now, because these lives are important, and this information that we're given is very important. So I just wanted to say that before we continue. But yes, Miss Arkendra, longevity, making sure that we do things in the decent and right and decent order is very important.
Yes. I was also going to share when I was cleaning up my credit, saving money. Two things that really ate up my money was eating out.
Oh
Um,
Jesus, she on my front pew.
yeah.
She on my front
So
pew today.
so late 20s, I
Mhm,
like to eat out and try new places. But you would be amazed, in days' time or weeks, how it eats up your money, shopping. So some of the things that I wanted to do, I
mhm,
couldn't because I had a goal that I wanted to reach, and I did, but it took some sacrifice. So anyone can get there and just start where you are. Some people don't
mhm,
even take the time. You say, well, what can I do to clean up my credit, or how do I get started? Just start.
mhm,
Some people just have this, like I said before, fear
mhm,
of, to get going, to meet with the lender, to talk to myself, to reach out and start the process, because you're saying I have so many questions and I don't know where to start first. But just start to get to your
wow.
next destination, and you'll
Wow.
learn along the way. So
Mhm,
once you go through it the first time, you'll get the hang of it, and you'll know next time when you purchase a home, next time you get that property, or you may start in rentals or investments. As you keep doing it, it comes, and it takes the.
mhm,
I'm not gonna always say it takes the fear out, because you always have more questions. Am I, paying the right price? Is this a good
mhm,
price for the home? Comes up. But once you start, and once you
mhm.
get your first home, it makes it easier. But cleaning up that credit, that is a question I get a lot, and usually from young people, because we all start from a place of just spending, and you come
Oh.
through school, whether it's high school, you come through college, you
Uh-huh.
have student loan debt, or your car loan, or you didn't pay. I know for me, I didn't pay things on time, just juggling school and working. And so you have to go back. You have to go back and clean those things up. But you can get there. You can get there.
Yes.
It takes time, but you can definitely do it.
Yes, I think today has been really, really amazing again. Today has been amazing again. And I see Apostle comment talking about learn to live
Learn
on a
on a
budget.
budget. Yes.
Apostle preaches that. Make sure you have that budget. Yes, we want to
Mm-hmm.
make sure we are budgeting, because budgeting, it just structures things out.
Yep.
It makes you just see things on paper. It makes you know what's going in, what's going out. And like you said, I probably need to do. I need to do better with my budgeting, because I know I'm like Miss Arkendra. I was eating. I eat out.
Mm-hmm.
I eat out. I just rather eat out or just go grab
Yeah.
something. But it was something that you said when you was like you had
A
a
goal.
goal, and you stuck to that goal, and you had to do what it took you to reach that goal. You have to make sacrifices, and you have to learn to just pivot when it comes down
Mm-hmm.
to it. You have to pivot. And so I think it has been really, really amazing once again today. You have
Yes.
said a lot. And one of the things I think that's also a takeaway is it doesn't matter where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't beat yourself up about
Yep.
it. If your credit score is not good right now, she said, just start. Just start. It's
Yes.
okay. Just start.
Yep.
And where you start is you started today. Actually, you got on this
Mm-hmm.
live, and you sat here and you listened to the information, and you listened to Miss Arkendra talk, and you took the notes, you stayed on here, you're going to share. So you just started today. You started
Yes.
the right foot forward in the right direction. And so it doesn't matter where you are right now, what it looks like right now. Mr. Kendra, she just encouraged us to just start where you are, and you can
Yep.
always build upon where you are. And so, thank you so much, Miss Arkendra. I'm going to allow you to tell the people one more time how they can get in contact with you.
Yes. So my name Arkendra Johnson. My phone number is 615-579-1048. I work in real estate full time, and I would love to help you reach your dreams. So give me a call and get started.
Yes, get started today. You do not have to wait. You can get started today. And as you can see, you have somebody who can really take you through the process and really show you how to do this thing and do it the right way. And because we want to have longevity and we want to make sure that you are able to create that generational wealth that you are looking for. The Lord will give you more on your way than when you start. Yes,
Yes.
he will, Apostle. We ditto that. He will. You budget. The budget is your blessing. Your budget is your blessing. Yes, it is, Apostle. We ditto that too. So we want to make sure you guys also reshare this when we go off. You can still share. You can still get this information out to persons. We want to make sure you're sharing. Like I said before, Miss Arkendra, Apostle, they are great coaches. They are great mentors. They are people that you want to look to for this information because there's also a lot of information out there. I know Miss Elizabeth was sharing that sometimes marketing can kind of confuse people on a
Yeah.
lot of different things, but you have two people who are telling you information and have the fruits of what they're saying. These are persons that are giving you great information, great advice. And so we want to make sure that you grab a hold of this advice and that you are sharing and that you are taking advantage of these resources that we're giving you guys. So